It all started with a simple idea. My wife wanted to plant a small vegetable garden in our front yard. Nothing wild, just a few tomato plants, some basil, and a couple of pepper plants. Honestly, it made the yard look better, and the thought of growing our own fresh food, that was the cherry on top. But apparently, that was too much for Corinne, the president of our neighborhood HOA, who seems to think she's running a gated fortress instead of a peaceful suburban street. The next day, we found a letter taped to our front door, a violation notice from the HOA, claiming our vegetable garden broke some community guideline. Attached was a $200 fine. My wife read it, laughed, crumpled it up, and tossed it in the trash. "I'm not paying a fine for growing food," she said. "If Corinne has a problem with it, she can come dig it up herself." And apparently, that was all the motivation Corinne needed to go full neighborhood watchdog. For the next week, she came by every single day, taking photos, recording video. At one point, she actually walked onto our lawn with a tape measure, measuring the exact dimensions of the garden bed like she was part of a CSI team. We found it all kind of ridiculous, until one afternoon, there was a knock on the door. 2 police officers stood outside, and behind them, Corinne, arms crossed, smug expression, like she just busted a criminal ring. She told the officers my wife was willfully violating HOA regulations and setting a dangerous example for the neighborhood. He held up her phone, trying to show them some HOA bylaws. My wife looked at the officers, totally calm, and said, "I'm growing food to feed my family. I'm not paying a fine for planting tomatoes." There was a pause. Then one of the officers looked at my wife, took a step back, and saluted her. I'm not kidding, a full salute. He said, "Ma'am, thank you for doing something so wholesome. There's absolutely nothing illegal about growing your own vegetables. We're sorry you had to deal with this." Corinne's jaw dropped. He started mumbling something about rules and fines. The officers cut her off. "We're not here to enforce HOA rules. This is a civil matter, not a criminal one. Please don't waste police resources on things like this." They left. Corinne stormed off in silence. And my wife? She went right back to watering her garden like nothing happened. Now, every time I step outside, I smile at those tomato plants. Not just because they're producing food, but because they stood their ground. Quietly, defiantly, and without saying a single word. And no, we still haven't paid that fine.